So I'm going to begin by looking at the question, and anytime I do, I'm going to first highlight the question. And so I want to know, before I read all the material, what is it they want from me? So the question is saying, what are the total manufacturing costs incurred in 2011? So we're going to be looking at the manufacturing costs that have been incurred. The work in process inventory on December 31st, 2011 is 44,000. Work in process inventory increases by 60% during 2011. Cost of goods manufactured for 2011 amounts to $275,000. What are the total manufacturing costs incurred? Well, let's start out by drawing a little T account here. And if I do the T account, this is going to be my work in process. Okay, and it says that the beginning inventory or the ending inventory at 2011 December 31st is $44,000. Okay, so that's what it's saying is my ending inventory. It also says that the work in process inventory increased 60% during 2011. So that 44,000 is 160% of the beginning inventory. You follow that? So if the inventory during the year increased by 60%, then we have a 60% increase, and that's what this 44,000 is. So that's going to be equal to a 160% value. So I'm going to make a calculation then. In that inventory, if the 44,000 represents 160%, I can divide it and come up with what my inventory is. By the way, take the 44,000 divided by 160%, then my beginning inventory is going to be 27,500. So that tells me my beginning inventory is 27,500. All right? So it's 27,500. It's now increased by 60%. And if you multiply 60% times 27.5, you come up with that difference, and we end up with a $44,000 ending inventory. It also says that cost of goods manufactured for 2011, in other words, what we transferred out, equaled $275,000. Okay? So we're going to look at it and say, how much did we add to my inventory? What number has to go in here to end up and make that thing balance? So I take the 27,500, what I started with. I have to add something. Then I'm going to subtract the 275,000 and have remaining 44,000. So I'm just going to solve for that. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll do that in blue. I'm going to say I had 270,000 or 27,500 in the beginning. I subtract 275,000. That's going out. Okay? So the difference then is a negative 247,500, but I have 44,000 remaining. So I'm going to slide that down. I have to add 44,000 to this number. And it looks like it should be 291,500 is how much we had to add. Okay? So we started out with 27,500 here. You can see it right there. And we transferred out 275. So if I subtract that, that means I'd have a negative number of 247,500. I need to have 44,000 left over because that's my ending inventory here. And so I add that, and that's how much I would have had to transfer in to make this balance.